All right, there we go. How we doing? What do you guys want? It's Sunday morning. Hmm? What are we doing out of bed? All right. Say, Silva. Trade news. We officially traded back Sam Skevich to San Jose Sharks for future considerations. These future considerations are rumored to be Mackie Samoskevich, mind you. Interesting. Yeah, Rosado. How you doing, Rosado? Huh? Rosado, did you get Seafood to send me a robe? All right. I'm gonna, yeah. So anyway, good morning, good day, good afternoon, and not quite good night. Metal says the Reinhardt gold drought continues. Exactly. Jason, how you doing? Show the picture. What picture, Rosado? What picture? What picture? Did you email me a picture? Is that what you did? I did. I must not have. Did you email me a picture? You sent me a picture and email. Okay, hold on. Hold on, everybody, just bear with me here because this is going to take me a couple of minutes because I got to go to my other Gmail and then I got to save the picture and then I got to put it into the StreamYard or maybe I can just do a screen share. Let's see. Let me sign in here. Bear with me. I don't check that email all that often, Rosado. That's the thing. All right, let's see. This has got to be you. Okay. Oh, it's Viola. It's not Sifu. It's Viola. It's Viola. You said Sifu on the chat, but it's Viola. Hold on. Let me see if I can present this. Let me see. Share screen. Will it go? Yeah, it will. Okay. There we go. All right. So can you guys see? Can you guys? I'm on a different screen now. Yeah, there we go. Hold on. Let me blow it up a little bit. Let me see if I can change the. No. Yeah, that makes it a little bit bigger. Yeah, very cool. Now, is he sending me a robe? That's what I want. Is he sending me a robe? That's all I know. I guess if you did bring up the channel and he didn't punch you, that's a start. Oh, Trey, he said they were both there. Okay, yeah, I don't see everything that goes on in the chat, so that would make sense. Very, very cool, Rosado. Very cool. I will post this to the channel. In fact, hold on. Let me save this. Let me see. Is it going to let me save it? All right. I'm going to download it, and after the stream is over, I will post it to the channel. All right. Cool. Okay. Stop share. Stop share. Okay. There we go. All right. Okay. What's the chat got? Trey says, not making fun, but I remember when I had braces. I escaped. I escaped without the braces. All right, let me blow up this chat so I can see it. Cordial says, hey, Dawes, great game last night. Wish they were playing again tonight. Can't get enough of Cats hockey in the dark times. Yeah, I kind of, my voice, you don't really hear it right now, but doing the stream by myself, I got a little bit of my throat is pretty tired, so I'm happy there's no game today. I'm happy. I don't know. We'll see if I make it the full hour today. My brain is not on. I'm redoing the room. So behind me is another setup that I'm putting together, and I got the TV in here because there might be some other things going on involving streams by myself with me watching things. But I'm going to keep that quiet. Don't tell anybody. Hey, Vincent. Vincent says, could Chuck announce his retirement at the end of this season, or did I miss something? Oh, I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that. Meadow, yeah, really good crowd at the game last night. We were getting a kick out of it on the stream with the overrated. That was. Did that start organically, or did they like prompt people to say that on the screen? Because that's a pretty cool chant. I would have liked to have been there when the first few people came up with the idea, and then it just grew. Trey says Verhaeghe retired after he got that deal, bro. I mean, he's not even snake bit at this point. Like at this point right now, the two people that I trust the least when they have the puck on their stick right now is Ekblad and then Verhaeghe. Because Verhaeghe's just going to not only, in fact, I think Verhaeghe's worse at this point because Ekblad just loses the puck and falls down. Verhaeghe loses the puck and then trips the guy that took the puck from him. So right now, Verhaeghe is just, he must be having some, is he married? Is he married, kids? Is there trouble at home? Does he need the benefit of my coaching services? Vincent says, then why doesn't he contribute to the game? I don't know, man. Chucky is, I'm not going to say Chucky's mailing it in, but I think we can safely say at this point that the unfortunate truth is that the injury did rob him of some of his quickness and dexterity in terms of handling the puck and making magic happen in front of the net. Not terribly, but there's just no way around it that he was one way in front of the net before the injury and another way after. I don't like blaming the injury, but there's no denying at this point that his game has changed. Trey says has to be organic. The chant usually used in college football. I see. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, that's right. He's married to Katie's sister. That's right. He might be exhausted. That's right. He got married in the offseason, right? Is that, I missed the whole offseason. But that could be the problem. Well, he could have weak legs. You know what I mean? He could definitely have weak legs. Hey, Derek. Corrigible says, Verhaeghe definitely seems like he's got woman problems on the brain coming from someone who's always got woman problems on the brain. I think we solved it, though. I think he might have, he might have weak legs. Dylan says, I'd say it started just like the We Want Swayman chant from the crowd. Gotcha. Kazuma says, hey, Jaws, I asked this last night since my brother wanted to know where you would rank Bubba in the all-time goalies list. Does he need a chip to be top 10? I mean, Brodeur, Waugh, Cujo. I mean, I think if I sat down and looked at the list of names, it'd kind of be hard to leave him out. I think he's in that discussion where if you ask people to rank the top 15, that you'd get some people putting him at 7 or 8 and some people putting him at 14 or 15. I think top 10 right now is about right. If he wins another cup at this age, that boosts that for sure. And, you're also talking about different time periods, especially when we talk about Brodeur and Cujo and those guys. There's somebody else that was a big name that I'm leaving out. Waugh. It's kind of like quarterbacks in the NFL, right? Where, you can't judge what Mahomes does now versus what Marino did in 84 because the rules and the players were so different. Trey says that's where the weak legs come from. Yeah. It's a good problem to have unless you're a professional athlete. Cordial says, fear our crowd is going to be the trolls of the league with the chance. Like I said last night in a recap, I thought about it, and it's like, you know what? We're the champs. So we say whatever the hell we want, right? Enjoy it while it's here. You know, it's interesting. The last couple of days, this kind of sound weird, but the last couple of days, the fog of everything that happened with Fluffy at the end is kind of lifting a little bit, and I'm kind of a little bit. I'm only now waking up and realizing, damn, we won the Stanley Cup. We're the champs. You know, I kind of feel like I kind of was asleep for a little while because I had to be. And then I'm just now, last few days, I'll be like, wait, we the champs, you know? Very weird. Kazuma says, well, I put Vasilevsky ahead of Bubba. Right now, I mean, obviously, Bubba's played for longer. Vasilevsky's got 2 rings. I'd have to look at the numbers because Bobrovsky had some pretty ridiculous numbers when he was with Columbus. That had he put, let's put it this way, if you put prime Bobrovsky out there with Tampa's roster, right, he's going to have 2 cups probably too. So that all kind of depends on what Vasilevsky does. You know, he's got another 5-7 years before he even really gets to Bob's age. Vincent said, here's a line for you. Verhaeghe, Lundell, Samoskevich, slumping plus rookie solution. Verhaeghe, Lundell, Samoskevich. That might not be so bad. Except, who's going to do the work on that line? Who's doing the board work on that line? I guess Lundell. Now, what I would like to see is Barkov with Verhaeghe and Samoskevich. I think that would work. I like your idea with Lundell, though. Meadow says Bob's career is 915, Vasi's 917. So yeah, that says it all right there, right? Hey, Taylor, I appreciate that. Hold on. Water just went down the wrong way. Oh, I'm going to die. I took a breath right as I swallowed that. Oh, that hurts. Son of a bitch. Damn it. Incorrigible says, the real question is, which goaltenders are you taking for your 1 and 2 all-time all-star team? Hasek and Waugh, that's the name I keep messing, was Hasek. Have my voice and Waugh ride the bench for 96 and watch what happens hopelessly. Yeah, 1 and 2 all-time, Hasek and Waugh. I would love to disagree there. I would love to replace Patrick Waugh with Roberto Luongo, but probably not. Go on. Bob's 2.59, Vasi 2.55. Very close. Yeah, that's crazy how close they are, right? Gotcha, Kazuma. I appreciate that. Yeah, and Cordial's got, that was the name I couldn't remember, but Hasek was crazy, you know. But you don't. I mean, you know that they were great goaltenders, but they were bunched up in that time period of the trap and all of that. So again, it's hard to know how they would have performed against these guys now. Plus, the guys are so big. I mean, Hellebuck he's huge. Trey says, shut out Bob got up to 897. That's good. We need to get that up to 903, 905 body all-star break. You know, it's only going to move so fast, but we need to get that thing. We need that thing to be over 9. Sybil says, honestly, I've always wanted to see Kachuk, Bennett, Samoskevich could completely alleviate Samuel's size problem and just bring how much energy that would bring to that line. I mean, we're in good shape. Samoskevich is obviously going to continue to develop, and I don't see him as a permanent. I mean, eventually you're talking about a kid that's going to be on the first or the second line. I'm not saying eventually this year, but certainly I think his ceiling is higher than top 9. I mean, if you needed to at some point bark off Samoskevich for Hagee would be that would be something, right? Especially if Verhaeghe continues to slump, maybe we'll put Samoskevich is not the right side, but we could do it anyway. We could put Barkov with Samoskevich and Erod if Verhaeghe continues to slump. Vincent says, now Ekblad is such a clown, it's not even funny, but some people might have been impressed. He wasn't bad last night, was he? I didn't notice him being bad last night. Let's put it that way. I don't think I bitched about him. He did the fight, right? He did the the hugging fight. He had a hug out. Cordell says Samuel definitely should be mixed around the lineup with Tkachuk, Bennett, and Verhaeghe. Middle fourth line would be Gajo, Nosek, Sammy. Interesting. Yeah, and take out Greer. Hey, Frank. There you go, Frank. How you doing, bud? Thank you, my friend. Sell the team. We suck. How there we showed the Jets what a playoff type win looks like. Disgraceful. Save it for the playoff beaches. Thanks, Frank. Appreciate that, brother. Hey, Rosado. You didn't get booted, Rosado, did you? Silva says, honestly, the ceiling for Samoskevich could go is interesting. If you think about it, Luciano, Lundell, and Berlinskis are all blocked. Samoskevich could slide into the first or second line. Well, I mean, yeah, no doubt. And I'm not complaining about Boquist either. He reminds me a little bit of Nick Cousins, just a little bit more skill, not as much grit. But he's just a guy that you can move up and down and get production out of. But I know he won 5-0 and all of that, but I still wouldn't be surprised. That's why we need Samoskevich to continue to play, because he needs all of the minutes he can get so that we can just go into the playoffs with him and not try to pick up some veteran option. All right, cool, Rosado. One more year. Yeah, Kyle had his he had braces for a couple of years. You know what they did to Kyle though was they didn't tell him the retainer part. They never told Kyle about the retainer part. So he got his braces off and then they told him about the retainer. And he was like, "What?" And the dentist was like, "Yeah, you should wear a retainer every day for the rest of your life." And Kyle just like, his head started spinning. He did not wear his retainer. Vincent says it's time for Boquist to slide down the lineup. The difference between Cousins and Boquist is that I'm comfortable with Boquist on the third line. Cousins on the third was a nightmare. Yeah, but he worked on the second line. The Bennett, Tkachuk, Cousins. I mean, it worked. It didn't, it would work until it didn't, but it did. Hey, Paul, how you doing, bud? Overrated. Mendel says let's focus on defense for the trade deadline. Was that not scary when Berlinskis looked like he was hurt? He can't get hurt. He cannot get hurt. So, but then again, you see, look, Nate Schmidt is looking better and better every night, right? He's just looking consistent. I can't remember the last time I looked at him and thought he looked slow and got beat. So I really think that the training camp kicked his ass. That's what I really think. Cousins, Bennett, Tkachuk was an anomaly. Absolutely. No questions asked. Hey, Frank. Thank you, brother. Thank you, Frank. Hey, he says, hey, don't worry about Swaggy. Will the real Matthew Tkachuk stand up? What the F with this guy? He is overrated. Well, he's struggling to find his game. So is Verhaeghe, right? So is Verhaeghe. It's early. To be honest, I honestly feel like especially in Kachuk's place, he's more than anybody saving it for the playoffs. And I know that sounds like an excuse, and you think they shouldn't do that and all of that. But I genuinely feel like, especially with the physical play and all of that, that he's just saying, you know what, as long as we're winning games, why am I going to abuse my body? Right? This team is good enough now to go out there and remember, a lot of it is perception too, because I know he's not getting the points and everything, but he used to just run around hitting everything that moves, and now he's not doing it anymore because we don't need it. So I still have confidence that when we need him to step up, he will. But I think that injury might have taken some of the parts of his games that we really like. Oh, fined $5,000 for clipping Boquist yesterday. That's nice. That's nice. Vincent says, well, he wasn't on fire in the last playoffs, and we assumed it was a recovery year. No doubt. But what if the recovery is just not back to the level he was at? What if this is just him now? What if he just doesn't have the same dexterity? Because he doesn't. I think if he did, he'd use it. There's one or two things going on, or three. One, he's just saving it for the playoffs and just letting other guys do the heavy lifting. It's always possible. Number two, he doesn't have the dexterity in his hands and shoulders to move and handle the stick the way he wants to. Or three, he doesn't want to get in front of the net and get hit. Remember, last year he had that thing where he got hit on that, and his shoulder, he was slumping that shoulder down. One of those three things is responsible for it, or it could be a fourth. I got distracted by Trey. Trey saying, I'm going to have to super chat this take, aren't I? What is Trey saying? Trey, do you feel abandoned and abused? What'd Trey say? What did he say? All jokes about trading Mackey aside, he should be on 1L. Barkov and Reinhardt's IQ would cover for him, and he could just fly around and be an athlete. Whoa. So Barkov with Reinhardt and Samoskevich, Bennett, Kachuk, Verhaeghe, Lundell, Luosterainen, Erod, Tippett with Logan Thompson and Shrek. That about right? Is that what you're saying, Trey? Somebody, hold on. I'm trying to get back to. I got some stuff coming, Rosado. I got some stuff coming. It's the channel is in transition a little bit. I got some stuff coming. Oh, there we go. Cordial says it'll come. Reinhardt picked up where he left off. Barkov is the man. Bennett hasn't lost pace, and Lundell has stepped up crazily. Kachukers and Verhaeghe will get it together. I certainly agree on the Verhaeghe thing. Kachuk, we might have to just accept that he's going to be, a 25 goal, 60 assist guy, and not, 40 and 60. Hey, thank you, Trey. Thank you, brother. Thank you, Trey. I'm dreaming on that last line. We could never afford Shrek, could we? We could never afford Shrek. Oh, boy. So I think Kyle's going to be here. Kyle's supposed to be here at like 2:30. I made him stop at the grocery store. That's how I make it up. When he goes on his little vacations with his mother, I make him stop at the grocery store on the way home and pick up a few things with his own cash. So and then that way I don't have to leave the house on a Sunday morning. Vincent says to put Mackey on the first line means to rob him of developing responsible side of the game. Verhaeghe, Bennett, Kachuk, defensive disaster, never going to work long term. Why is that a defensive disaster? I don't know about that. I don't know. I think Mackey would go up there eventually, but I understand what you're saying. I don't know. Different opinions. I'd like to see it, right? I would just like to see it. Like even if it was just for a game. You know what I mean? Just for shits and giggles. Remember, that's what they did with Trocheck. Like Trocheck from night to night, his first couple seasons, you didn't know what line he was on. You didn't know what position he was going to be playing. He was he just was everywhere. Paul wants to know, do you get another D-man at the deadline? Yeah, just don't pick up anybody stupid like Sherrod. Right? Who are we going to get at the deadline? We'll get Gabranson. Because Kulikov came back. We won the cup. So now we must complete the cycle. I started the channel when they got rid of Gabranson and Kulikov. Kulikov came back. We won the cup. We now must complete the cycle and get Gabranson back and have the bottom pair be Gabranson and Kulikov. We win another cup. I'm scrolling to the bottom because I missed a lot here. Hey, thank you again, Frank. Thank you, brother. Thank you, Frank. All right. Says, agree with Trey. Mackey needs to play with more skilled players. Are asking Mackey to grind the forecheck. That's not his game. Maurice has a reputation on ruining young players' development. I certainly, at the very least, would say the dude needs to be on the third line and not on the fourth line. That's obnoxious to have Bolquist on the third. When you've got Samoskevich right there. And maybe after the game that he played yesterday, he'll put things back, right? And also maybe with the Bolquist getting hit on that knee, not that I want anybody to be hurt, but maybe if Bolquist's knee is a little sore and he needs to limit his minutes, maybe Samoskevich gets back on that third line and then just leave him there, Paul. Just leave him there. Now, somebody else, I believe his name was Michael, mentioned that he kind of thought that maybe Maurice was just kind of resting, was resting Samoskevich so he didn't wear him out because he's a rookie. And he brought up a good point. That's something that I had forgotten about. And that is, if you remember Lundell's rookie season, he was on pace for what we thought could seriously be Rookie of the Year Calder, if not, in the top 3. And then he got hurt and missed a bunch of time. So it is possible that even though Maurice said, about the size thing and all of that, maybe he just is going to give Samoskevich a game off or two in spots here or there to keep him fresh. Paul. Hey, Amanda, how you doing? Yeah, today's good. Today's a good day. My headache tried to give me grief earlier this morning, but I told it to F off, so we're good. You're gonna hold it. You guys are gonna have a meetup pickleball tournament. Ban Bomo? I don't know. Don't forget, Chucky has a $9.5 million cap hit, right? Yeah. I mean, Chucky ain't going anywhere, right? Hey, MJ, thank you, MJ. Thank you, bud. Oh, I see. Ban Pomo. Okay, he meant to say Pomo, but it came out Bomo. Thank you, MJ. Happy Sunday, Jaws. Hope everyone is having a great weekend. Great ass kicking by the Panthers last night. Loved it. Let's keep it up. Be ready for Tuesday, though. Headlines coming in a moment. Thank you, MJ. Much appreciated. All right, so you meant don't ban Pomo. Trey's not wrong. I mean, technically with Verhaeghe's slump, dropping him down to 3L would be justifiable. Metal says, Chucky says he hasn't hit his prime yet. What do we think? I'll be honest with you. What that sounds like, I'm not going to call it cope. If I had to guess why he is saying he has not hit his prime yet is because he is busy in his mind developing other parts of his game like defense and distributing the puck so that he does not have to be as physical of a presence as he was so that he can avoid injury and have a longer longer, more fruitful, balanced out career. Maybe Walt sat him down after the Kolazar thing and said, look, man, if you're going to go around taking Jack Eichel's head off, eventually they're going to come headhunting for you. Why don't you develop the other parts of your game so you can play more than until you're 28 years old? So I think that might have to do a little bit with what he's saying. It sounds to me like he's trying to develop different parts of his game. I want to look at our stats here. I want to see. Here, let's go. Where are we? Here we go. I don't want the schedule. I didn't say schedule. I said stats. I want to see what we've got in terms of our points leaders and everything. Hey, Amanda. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you. Says, can you explain Verhaeghe's slump this year? He's not scoring and getting frustrated and taking penalties. I expect he will be fine in the playoffs. Amanda, to put this in a safe for work response, we discussed this earlier in the stream, and apparently he got married to Katie's sister, who's quite attractive. So the excuse that we have said for his slump is weak legs. That's what we've got right now is weak legs. So I want to see. Let's see. All right, so Reinhardt obviously with 13 goals. Bennett has 9 goals, and he missed some games. Barkov has 3 goals. Lundell has 6. Verhaeghe with 4. Tkachuk with 4. Forsling with 3. Rodriguez 5. Luosterainen has 3. Schmidt has 3. Bohlquist has 3. Kulikov has 3 goals. Wow. So Kulikov and Schmidt had the same number of goals as Barkov, right? Where's Samo? Where's Samoskevich? There he is. He's got 3 goals too. Hey, Sybil, thanks. Thank you, Sybil. Thank you, bud. If only Owen Tippett was on this team. Where would he go? The fourth line would have been Lawson, Krause with Owen Tippett and Mackie Samoskevich. We could have had that too. That could be real. It'd be like a 60, 70 goal fourth line. So, Verhaeghe, I mean, he's still got, let's look at it this way. I mean, Verhaeghe's got 12 points in 18 games, which is not great. He's a -8. Forsling is a +14. Good grief. Good grief. All right, let me get back to the chat here. Hi, Alechka says, I have a feeling Bennett already signed that contract already. He was great last night, by the way. I'm proud of this team, man. You and I kind of simpatico there. I kind of feel like it's just a matter of when we hear the news that they've agreed to a contract. Yeah, Rosario Ekblad, our iDog, Kulikov's been good on the second pair. No doubt. He's just very, very, very steady. Frank says Bennett is getting traded for Marner. Watch. Oh, and Tippett is mid. Where's my mods? Where's my mods? Where's my mods? We cannot have this on a Sunday. Cannot have this on a Sunday. Rosado says Ekblad's getting close to a goal. Now, Frank, what makes you say Bennett's getting traded for Marner? Like that would never happen. Yeah, exactly, Alechka. No Leafs on my team ever. Frank needs a psych consult. We agree there. Oh, man. Paul says, last night Winnipeg's transition game was so fast, man. Was at the game and was noticeable how fast they played transition to D to O. Yeah, I talked a little bit about that on the stream at the beginning of the game. The first 5 minutes, they really moved that puck around quick. And if you don't have your head on a swivel, you can see where you get guys lost. Hey, thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Amanda. She says, goalie said it on the telecast that when the Panthers get back to their meat and potatoes game, they can't be beat. That's aggressive. I feel when we play our style, it's tough. We're a tough team, and now a lot of that comes with the confidence. Oh Jesus, Trey. Trey. Oh my God. And then Trey has the nerve to text me and say, "Oh, I got banned from the Facebook group." Paul says Vinny pays me anyway. Frank said, "My girlfriend is a mental therapist, doctor. She says there's no help for you. I'm just drunk and rich." I mean, if you're already rich and it won't cost you your money, you may as well get drunk, I suppose, right? Trey. Oh my God, it's true though. It's true. Goldie says some things, right? I don't know, Trey. I mean, nobody had. It's funny how nobody had any evidence of the things that you said that you didn't say. I'll bust in your balls, man. I'll bust in your balls. Oh, Rosado, geez, you're going to make you a mod. All right, hold on. Okay, Rosado, here's what I'm going to say, Rosado. I'm going to go make you a mod. If one person tells me that they accidentally got deleted, hold on, I got to go to YouTube. I can't do it from StreamYard, so just hold on a second. All right, let's come here. By the way, this is not a complaint. This is just an observation. Hold on a second. Let me make sure. It says I won't ban Trey again. Hold on. See, the chat skips. Oh, come on. Add as moderator. All right. There you go, Rosado. Congratulations. Okay. There you go. What the hell was I saying? Oh, remember last year? I don't even remember what the number was. But remember last year for like 3 months, the channel subscriber number was stuck like between like tens. Like it was like 7,540 and then 50 and then 40 and 50. And it just stayed in between that number for like 2 months. We're doing it again. 8,550. And it has been going between 8,557 and 47 for the entire season and about a month before the season. Just gain a few, lose a few, gain a few. It's incredible to watch. Like, just as an observation, I didn't even care anymore. I give up. I'm just going to sell my soul to somebody and I'll get the 10,000 subscribers. But Paul says, Rosado muted me, take away his mod. Tracy, now take your wrench and tail down that Facebook group. Right? Matthew, MJ says, Rosado joins me, True Dana, and I believe Sean as mods. I think that's right. I think that sounds about right. Yeah. Tampa says, Connor says, Tampa fans are eating good after 1 week break, and we don't even have point. Tampa's not to be messed with this year. They had a little bump in the road there after a strong start, but they're going to be a massive pain in the ass for somebody in the playoffs, and it could be us. Now, I don't think they're going to finish at the 4. I think we're going to win the division. It might just be Tampa and Toronto again in that first round. But I don't know that Toronto survives that this time. Tampa's not playing. Vincent says, and now they say the aliens are coming. Keep your head straight. Don't sell my soul. The aliens are coming. I don't watch the news. Like literally. Like the night of the presidential debate, somebody texted me. He's like, hey, you going to watch the debate? I'm like, there's a debate. I didn't even know. Like, that's how I did my time watching the news, and what I realized is that it's just a drain on my mental state of mind. So I stopped, and it got better. It didn't get worse, put it that way. So I did not see the aliens things. I remember I put True in timeout, and everyone got mad because I was the kid. Yeah, you can't put Nick in timeout. You can't put True in timeout. It's like the mafia. There's certain guys, they're made, right? Okay, MJ is a made guy. Trey is a made guy. True is a made guy. There's certain Frank, you can't even Frank, you just have to he's probably the Don, actually. Hey, thank you, Frank. Thank you, Frank. I did MJ. All right, hold on a second, bud. Thank you, Frank. Says, hey, who else is crying every time you listen to Billy's Stanley Cup radio call? I cried today listening to it. I know, man. I'm so happy for him. I'm so happy for him. All right, what did I miss, MJ? Thank you again, Frank. The chat goes by so fast sometimes I can't see it. Where did it? Hold on a second. Oh, yeah, I did miss it. Jeez. I missed it because while I was making Rosado, a moderator. Thank you, MJ. Thank you, brother. Thank you, MJ. All right, let's see what we got. I gotta blow this up. My eyes. Headlines today: Tampa football fired their head coach after a win. BYU loses its first game. Rory McIlroy wins his 6th title. NASA says space station has a leak. And Betty White is getting her own postal stamp next year. Wow. Space station has a leak. Did the aliens put the leak in? Thank you, MJ. Temple fired. Didn't Temple beat somebody that was ranked number 1? Is that my imagination? Who's going to win the championship? No, it's okay, MJ. I missed it because I have to go to a different screen when I was making Rosado the mod. So I don't see this screen when I was doing it. Hey, Amanda. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Amanda. Says Jaws, why don't you blow up the super chat so everybody can see on the stream? Right. Well, okay. The only problem I have doing that is, so let me see. Hold on. Chat moving so damn fast. To do that, I gotta reduce the screen back in size, and I can't read the chat anymore. Hold on. Let me see. There we go. Is that big enough? That's actually not a bad idea. Thank you, Amanda. That's not a bad idea. It don't help me read it. If I get this far, I can read it better. It's different colors. Man, it's like, what color is that? I'm colorblind. Is that kind of looks like kind of puke green. You can see that? Okay. All right. That's a good idea. Thank you, Amanda. Oh, hold on a second. Somebody knocking on my door. Hold on. Oh. Okay, that's weird. Okay, we have a stream ghost. Now yesterday, you watched me hear them open up the freezer, and I go up to nobody there, and they just knocked on the kitchen door. This room, kitchen, porch. They just knocked on the door. There's nobody there. And this all started when Kyle was gone. That's weird. Interesting. Okay. All right. So yeah. So let me see how it looks versus if I just show a regular comment. Okay, so it shows it the same as a regular comment. What's this? Oh, but it's okay. It gets confusing for me because of what I see on my end. Okay, so thank you, Amanda. All right, so I'm going to take you off, but now I got to get into the habit. Frank says, we're not blind, Jaws. We're not blind and not colorblind. All right. Thank you again, guys. MJ says, going back to Temple, it was their head coach, Sean Drayton, that got fired yesterday after winning in overtime. Wow. Okay. That sucks. That's not nice. That is not, it's not okay. It's for Hagee for talking shit about. Wait, what, Rosado? Wait, what? Oh, you're at SeaWorld? The dude is always at SeaWorld. I need to come back as Rosado's parents' kid. And I just get to go to the hockey games and go to SeaWorld and go to Disney and just go all over the place. Jeez. Hey, Rosado, is your mom single? I'll be your dad. And it says, yes, also important topics. You can enlarge them on the screen so you can talk about them. Yeah, I don't know why I never thought about doing that. Yeah, exactly, MJ. Rosado was in Europe and Australia too, right? Yeah. Rosado. Trey says, wait, I called dibs on Rosado's mom 2 seasons ago. Yeah, I'm old enough to be Rosado's dad. Yeah, that's easy. You call dibs on Rosado. I'll fight you for her, Trey. All right? Let's go. Huh? You can't hit me because I can duck. I'm too short. Okay, first of all, Hi Dog says, is this the men's channel? I thought it was the hockey channel. Well, you know, it's Sunday. The Sunday streams seem to go off the rails a little bit, right? Yeah, I know. I remember she was in the chat. I remember that, right? I got it. I don't have I have a right. I have a right. I just close my eyes and throw it. I haven't. When was the last time I had a fight? Jeez. All right, so there you go. Says, who's my surprise so far? Yours is Schmidt. I don't know that I would consider Schmidt a surprise. I think he's starting to play a little bit better. I don't know what Zito expected out of him. I'm trying to think. I would have to say kind of, well, Balinskis, I knew I liked Balinskis, but I didn't think he was going to start looking this good this fast. Boquist has definitely been a pleasant surprise. I like Greer. I'm trying to think who else. And I think Kulikov continuing to play so well. I was a little bit worried about with his age and the amount of games that we played that it would kind of drop off a little bit, but he hasn't. Thank you, MJ. Thank you, brother. Just almost forgot that John Jones won UFC last night. Oh, and somebody up above had asked if I'm watching the Dolphin game. I'm not. Kyle might be home in time to watch the second half. So I'm not going to watch the Dolphin game the first half. My eyes can't watch a whole game, especially with doing the hockey. And I don't want to give myself a headache. So here, I'll turn it around. I don't want to make the camera glitch out, but I'll show you what I'm going to be doing during the first half of the Dolphin game. Come on now. Okay. I am going to be, see, that's a whole new setup I'm doing for the men's channel. And something else that I got going. So I got a whole new thing I'm putting together. There's another TV so that I can stream from here and watch games. And here and there is the mess of stuff. But there is the new mic that I bought, the new Rode mic that I bought, courtesy of financing it on Amazon. And then, so that's what I'll be doing during the Dolphin game. I don't think I have that camera on there the way I want. Yeah, that's definitely not. Hold on a second. That's what I'll be doing, at least during the first half of the Dolphin game. Come on, camera. Come on, get it right. Okay, I think I'm good. All right, that's good. Yeah, the road. Yeah, I had one of the other ones. I had the original road. And then I let it sit in the humidity too much, and it's not good anymore. Can I unhide it from here? No, you see, that's the only thing. To unhide the comment, I have to scroll back in the chat and unhide it. I can't unhide it from my screen. Hey, Dana, how you doing? There we go. We got the new. Thank you, Dana. Thank you, Dana. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. So, which, by the way, you see, where is it? You see that little mark right there? That is almost. Remember that big giant mole that I had on my forehead the last several years? It's been removed, and it's almost to the point where you won't even ever have known that there was anything there. It was very it got angry with all the stress with Fluffy and everything. It got very, very angry, and so I needed to get it removed before it got stuff, before it became cancerous. So yeah, that's been a lot, kind of painful with the peeling and everything. It's almost done. I have a they gave me the not hydrochloric acid, the acid that peels your skin. So I just have a few more. To do. A few more treatments to do, and it'll be done. Paul says nothing but blue names in the chats. The mods are taking over. That's funny. That's funny. Vince says good enough for OnlyFans. Yeah, right. Yeah, no OnlyFans yet. We're gonna do only pucks. We're gonna if this channel doesn't work and the men's channel doesn't work and the other things don't work, we're just gonna do only pucks. So we'll get like 3 big kind of smelly fat guys, and everybody just sit around naked talking hockey. And so that's going to be on. Yeah, that'll be the OnlyFans channel, but it'll be only pucks. Hopefully, I don't get in that deep of enough trouble, Rosado. I paid the electric bill today. That was an experience. I was able to pay I paid the electric bill without putting anything on a credit card. To be clear, that's been for this channel. That has been my. That's my mark, right? Is that if I can pay the power bill without putting on a credit card, then I don't need to, I'm good to go. The hockey guy in Dangle. Zada wants to know. Dana says, can I put Jaws in timeout? I don't think it works that way. Trying to make you a monster. You can abuse anyone that talks bad about Paul Maurice, right? Rosato's asking if I'm coming down there. I don't know. I don't know yet. When I get the migraines, I get worried about traveling. I'm fine now, but man, I hate missing so much time. So it's not impossible, but if I still am trying to look at between Thanksgiving and Christmas, but I can't put anything more on the credit cards. There's just no room to do it. So I just figure when the universe decides to plop the money, somebody buys a bunch of stuff on eBay or whatever, when the money shows up, I'll do it. But until then, I just can't stress about it, because then I get real stressed about it, thinking about, okay, I'm going to pay this bill, and I got to plan this trip, and it doesn't do my mental health any good. So it's when the money shows up, I'll be down there. How's the girl at the post office? There's a couple. There's a couple girls at the post office. Thank you, MJ. Thank you, brother. What would I do if I had $1 million? Only $1 million? Only because I can tell you what Kyle and I have joked about, but we would seriously do. If we won the lottery, if we won Powerball, you're talking $100 million. What we would do is I would take the van and I would rent the biggest trailer, and we would go to an auction. We would go to one of the big, huge farm local auctions where it's the estate and everything else, and buy everything. Like every single item, no matter what the price is, we would win. And then the stuff that we don't want, we just give it away to the people that were bidding against us. Just to have the experience of just winning everything. Now, it would kind of get funky because at some point people are going to realize what we're doing, and then maybe they're going to stop bidding against us, right? But then they would want to bid against us because they would know that we're going to give them the item. Or maybe they wouldn't, because some things we might want to keep, right? So they would bid against us knowing that we were going to win, but they would be fighting with each other for second place in hopes that we would give them the item. And I guess the only way to make it work, the only way to make it fun would be if every once in a while we didn't win an item. Like if every once in a while we did not win and we let the next guy have it, then that would give people like pause to still be like, okay, I might want to stop bidding now because I don't really know if this guy is going to bid higher or if he's going to let me win it. Basically, what we would want to do is be able to go to an auction and just cause as much positive chaos as possible. Nobody is going to leave with an item. Nobody's going to leave without the item that they want. I'm going to take what I want, but everybody's going to get what they want. But it would just be fun to have the chaos of just being able to just stand there and just bid and get it all. Amanda says, what's my Dolphin score prediction? Hot dog, am I going to watch the Dolphin game? I'm not watching the game the first half. If Kyle makes it home for the second half and it's still a good game, then I'll turn it on. I have to limit my screen time where it comes to football. Dolphin score prediction today. Well, what I told Kyle, Amanda, what I told him was that if the Dolphins score 70 against the Raiders, that he's not allowed. He just has to stay on vacation. Because if we shut out the Jets and then we score 70 and Kyle's gone, that's a hint. All right, Rosado, I'll read your comment and then I'm going to get ready to go because the voice is going. What am I saying? Rosado says, you're at SeaWorld. Shamu Stadium is packed with European and athletic girls. They're still doing the whale shows? They still got the whale? I thought they were done with that. Are they just, this sounds kind of macabre, but are they waiting for the whales to die and then that's it? No more whale shows? That's how it is? Hey, Frank. Thank you, Frank. Thank you, Frank. Frank says, hey, Jaws, my offer still stands. I'll pay for your ticket and game ticket. Just got to find a place to stay. All right, brother. I appreciate that, Frank. That's one piece. I will take you up on that offer when I'm ready to do it. So yeah, I will not turn that down. I'm not. So thank you, brother. Much appreciated. What did MJ say? Wait. Hold on a second. Oh no. Dana says, Rosado, you're thinking too much about girls. Yeah, but Rosado's like what? You're like 13, right, Rosado? He's not 13. Dana says there are more things to life. Yeah, he's young though. Dana, he hasn't had his heart ripped out and put into the blender and shredded and fed back him for as breakfast enough times, right? Trey, 13 and a half. Oh, well, that's okay. Rosado's okay, right? Yeah, if he's Jewish, he can get a bar mitzvah now. No, Rosado's not in college. Not yet. Not yet. All right, everybody. I gotta run. Voice is gone. Voice is gone. So thank you all very much. I enjoyed myself. Thank you for all the super chats. It genuinely does make a huge difference. I am not even gonna lie. I'll be live tomorrow. Hey, MJ, you got one more. Thank you, MJ. What'd you say? Thank you, MJ. Oh, what age would I go back to? Well, that's complicated for me. People in my family have asked me that before. And what I find difficult to decide when I imagine what age I'd go back to is which dogs do I want to have in my life? Because if I go back too far, I don't have Sonia, Ellie, and Fluffy. But if I go back far enough, I have Beezer and Corbin and Logan and all of that. So if I had to choose, I would go back. Sonia died in 2024. In 2020, I would go back to about 2017, 7 years ago. 7 years ago, I was 46 because Fluffy was 4, Sonia was 6, and Ellie was... No, Fluffy was 4, Sonia was 7, and Ellie was 5. Or something like that. They were still kind of all young and spry and all of that. I think that's and this was black. This was still black. I think that's what I would do. I would go back to 2017, shave the head again, and yeah, I think that would be it. All right, everybody. Appreciate y'all very much. Thank you all again. And I will be live tomorrow at noon. I will remember to post. Yes, Rosado, no doubt. And everybody else, enjoy your Sunday. I hope the Dolphins do not ruin any of our days.